My name is Jason Thorne, and I'm the head of the Planning and Economic Development Department at the City of Hamilton. So I grew up in Hamilton, I guess mostly in the 80s and 90s. And for the people who know Hamilton will know that that was an era where there wasn't a lot of investment happening. Certainly, especially in the downtown core, in the older parts of the city. What's different today? I've been back at the city for just over 3 years, heading up planning and economic development, and it really is remarkable the transformation that's been happening, especially in the last 5 years or so. It's an exciting time to be heading up planning and economic development in Hamilton. The most pressing issues facing Hamilton today, probably not a lot different from other cities of our size in the country, probably not a lot different from Winnipeg. The good news is we're growing. We're seeing investment in parts of the city that had experienced decline for quite a period of time. That can be both a good thing, but it's also something that has to be carefully managed. So when we have this growth coming into our city, where do we want to direct it? How do we want to make sure that it fits in with the existing fabric of the city? We're a city that's quite proud of our heritage, of our historic buildings. How do we make sure new development is helping to revitalize what's already there? And also, how do we make sure that all Hamiltonians are benefiting from this? That what's happening is not just benefiting people who are fortunate enough to already own homes or some of the newcomers into the city, but the people who are already there. And that means we struggle with issues of making sure we're providing for significant affordable housing, employment opportunities. Those sorts of challenges are just all the more important when your city is growing. I think there is certainly a shared experience among Canada's mid-sized cities, of which Winnipeg is one, and obviously Hamilton is one, that does make it a little different from the Torontos and the Vancouvers and the Montreals. And I would say that manifests itself in a few ways. One is that we don't, like Winnipeg, Hamilton doesn't have the luxury of tens of millions of dollars for major public investments, major iconic public institutions. We have to make the best of what we've got. One of the things I think Hamilton has done very well is when we have the opportunity to make a public investment, we do it very smartly, we do it very strategically, so we can leverage as much possible benefit out of the resources we have. Likewise, I think another great advantage of a mid-sized city is it's very partnership oriented. It's very accessible. So as important as we city planners are to what's going on in Hamilton, I could tell you that really what's driving the revitalization there are the entrepreneurs, the small business owners, the artists, the musicians. Those are the folks that are really starting to turn Hamilton around. And in a mid-sized city, there's just, in my experience, there's more opportunity for those individuals to really make a mark. So there's certainly no question that the arts and culture is really one of the major catalysts for the revitalization that we're seeing in Hamilton. We see that in some of the events that take place. We see that in our famous Art Crawl event. And I think we've done what we can to try to leverage that as much as we can to try to create opportunities for artists to be successful, opportunity for artists to help shape the city. And I see a lot of that when I walk around the streets of Winnipeg as well. And I think it's one of the things that we very much share in common is both the respect for arts and culture and the recognition of them as really being integral to the city's economic development and the city's future. I think a good plan is important to any city, especially to a growing city. I know that it's not always easy to get the public excited and get people excited about a big long-range plan, but I can tell you those long-range plans really do make a difference in how neighborhoods change and grow. It's where the really big decisions are made about what is the future of your city, where are you trying to go, how are neighborhoods going to change, and it's important for cities to be always thinking sort of 25, 30 years down the line, because when you're talking about development, those are the kinds of life cycles of development. The stuff that we see in our city getting built today is stuff that was planned in some cases 10, 15 years ago. It takes that long sometimes to turn ideas into bricks and mortar. So it's really important to get things right at the idea stage, because someday those ideas are going to turn into real change in your city. So you want to make sure you have the plan right at the outset.